Well, hello and welcome to Turning Pages with Bree. So glad you are spending some of your time here with me on this video. Of course, like, subscribe, do all the things. Welcome anyone that is new to my channel. I appreciate you. And anyone that is returning and is already a subscriber, I so appreciate you for sticking around with me on this journey of all the books and all the things, the bookish things. So anywho, this video is going to be me sharing with you the books that I have completed, that I have read in the month of February. I'm actually not feeling my best, so I'm gonna kind of try to make this quick because I wanna get this out to you in a timely fashion because it is now March the 4th today, and I would like for you to get this sometime soon. So anyways, I'm gonna get right into it. I read a lot of books, and I'm just kind of gonna go yes, no, maybe type of thing so that it'll make it not too long, unless it's one that really stood out. I read 22 books this month, or in the month of February. As you know, if you have joined me on some videos before, you should already know that I listen to books while I work, from, throughout the day. And then I do use my Kindle, and I have maybe 1 to 2 physical books that I actually pick up and read throughout the month, right? Not always, but sometimes. So anyways, I do like to tandem read. So sometimes I'm listening and also following along with a physical book that I may have on my shelf. So that's how I do that. And that's how I get through a lot of books. It's just a pastime for me. I don't watch a lot of TV. So we will get right to the books. So the first book, this is in no particular order. This is just how I wrote them down. I'm using my book journal. This is it. I got it from Amazon, if anybody wants to know. It's this company, Hadley Designs. But it's very handy and it's very cute. I just like it. It's very vivid. It has a lot of pages in here for book reviews and little colorful things. And so I like that. I've been using it kind of faithfully, somewhat, jotting down things, not really keeping any stringent way of doing it, just doing it how I want. And I've also taken time to cut out the pictures and stick them on. So anyways, the book covers. So anyways, and that's a process. But getting to the books, Christmas in Spite of You. I know Christmas is already passed, but I have this on my list. This was Casey Mills' Christmas book. And I actually ended up getting that from Book Outlet a few months ago. And so I wanted to still read it. It is a Christmas book in February, but who cares? I can read Christmas any time of the year. So I would say yes. I enjoyed the book. You can read it like I did at any time of the year. That's a yes. The next one is What You Wish For by Catherine Center. Definitely, I say yes. I found Catherine Center last month when I picked up Things You Save in a Fire, I think it's called. That was my first book. I just kind of blindly picked it up from the library, and it was right up my alley. It was very good. And so this one followed suit. It was a very good read. I enjoyed it. It is a yes. Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. Now, this is my second book of Alice Feeney. My first book was Beautiful Ugly. I did not like that book. It was not my style. This one was a wee bit better. I wanted to give her another chance because I heard a lot about her writing. A lot of people like her as an author. And so I said, let me try something else. And this was what I picked. I'm going to say maybe. It was definitely better than Beautiful Ugly to me. So this was a maybe. I might read her again. We'll see. The next one is Capadonna 2.5 by Jaquel J. Okay, this is a part of the saga of Miss Jaquel J. Delgado Delgado family, universe or whatever. And so I have been enjoying the ride. I'm going to continue to read these books. I say yes, because if you dip your toe into that world, you are going to want to read the entire series. I cannot imagine not finishing up, but I am taking my time with it. I am not consuming myself to read it back to back to back to back. So I say yes, but it's a yes with, I can take my time to read through the series. Okay, it's one of those. So anyways, the next one is Falling Grace. This was a novella. It was very short, by Sadika Johnson. I say yes if you want to read a short novella that's picking up from, or not, it's not even picking up, but it's kind of pulling a couple of the characters from the book the House of Eve, the book A House of Eve. Okay, so this book is picking up a couple characters from that book, and from what I understand, sorry y'all, this real life, you know how TV started doing what it do. This book is a part of a series that I think that was only created for Audible. So if you don't have Audible, I don't think you can get it. But it's different authors and they are writing different short stories. So I'm not going to get into a lot of it, but I'll tell you that, am I going to pick up another one by one of the different authors? I might, if I feel like a short story. It's definitely interesting. It was interesting. Sometimes I feel like short stories don't really give you enough to just pull you in, or it leaves you hanging. That's what I want to say. I think sometimes short stories leave you hanging. So anyways, but I wanted to carry on from that story because I think that book was a 5-star book, The House of Eve. And I just I could have had more. And so this was a little bit more and I enjoyed it. So I say yes, if you have Audible and can get it. The next one was It's Different This Time by Josh Richard, new author to me. This was I would say a maybe. This was it was an okay read. It was okay. It wasn't too bad. I would say borderline maybe yes. Okay, now I'm gonna leave it at that. If You Stayed by Miss Brit. See, it's always stuff that's going on. Y'all just ignore that sound. That is if you can hear it, that is my monitor for my computer in my office that's down the hall. But for some reason, the sound, when it pops on, it's so extremely loud. It's ridiculous. But anyway, it stopped, thank God. Because I'm not stopping this tape. I'm going straight through. The next one is, like I said, is If You Stayed by Miss Brittany Cherry. I, of course, like and enjoy Miss Brittany Cherry's writing. I say this is a yes. This was her book that she put out last year. And I did purchase it pre-order, I think. And I'm so glad I did. I enjoyed the book. It was a big yes. I say a big yes. The next one is Where We Found Our Heart by Natasha Bishop. This is the second book. Sorry about that sound. This was the second book in the series. I read the first one, and this is the second one. And I say yes. If you are reading that series, then you will know that what it flows like. And I'm enjoying it. I thought it was a good read. It is a pregnancy trope book on this one, but I enjoyed it. And so I say yes. Don Caselli is the next one by Jaquel J. This is also part of that universe of the Delgado family. And this is the second book in like a 2-book. I think it was just 2 books in that particular spinoff of this family, part of that universe. And I enjoyed this one. I mean, 100 times yes. It was good. The first book is a 10,000 Hours with a Rich Menace, I think. And that one was definitely a yes. So if you read that one, you got to go back and read Don Caselli. That's his brother. It is good. I enjoyed it. I can remember, you know, when you can remember the characters, you can remember how it made you feel when you read it. That is a yes. So yes. The next one is Destructively Mine by Becca and Kristen Ritchie. This is part of a series as well. I read the first one and it was a maybe. And I will say the second one, it was maybe a tad bit better, but I'm still going to say it's a maybe. It's a maybe, okay? But this is the second book in that series. And I think I don't know if they already have the third book out, but they may. And I'm probably going to read it just because I'm in the series, so I might as well finish it up. The next one was my book club pick for my family, which was Casualties of Truth. Totally different type of read. And this was Lauren Francis Sharon. I may be messing her name up. Let me see if I can pull it. Lauren Francis Sharma. This was a no for me. I'm gonna be honest. I did not like and enjoy this book. I'm so glad I did not purchase it. I actually got it from the library, and so glad I did. I started out reading it and was totally confused. So had to then get it on, what did I ended up getting it on? Hoopla. It was on Hoopla. And so got it on Hoopla and finished it that way, and still just, I don't know what I read. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It wasn't for me. But I read it. The next book was 9 Month Contracts by Amy Dawes. Okay, this was my first book of hers, and it was actually a book that was sent to me by my Harlequin Reader Service book, or book box. And so I had it in my virtual book club that I'm a part of. They picked that as the book. And so I was like, oh, wonderful. I've got the book, and it's such a beautiful book. So anyways, read that, had never read anything by Amy Dawes, and really enjoyed it. I say yes, read that. It is funny. It was cute. It was a yes for me. The next one, and it's the first book in a series too. The next one was The Wives by Taryn Fisher. Okay, that one was interesting. Definitely kind of a psychological thriller. I say maybe, though. It wasn't one of those that I was like super invested in, but it kept the day going. It kept my day moving, and it did sometimes make me want to come back and pick it up. But towards the end, I just wanted to just kind of finish it and figure out what was going on. But so I say maybe on that one. Love on the Highlight Reel by Christina C. Jones, one of my favorite authors. Enjoy her always. This is a part of a series. This is the second book in that series. This is a very long series, kind of like with the Capadonna Universe thing. This is a series that Christina C. Jones and Love Bevelin did together years ago, and I am just now picking it up and getting through those books, and so just going to be sprinkling them in. I say yes if you enjoy her writing. This is definitely a good book to read. I enjoyed it and just want to finish the series, so I'm going to continue to read it. It's just drama and lots of good, interesting things going on. And then Life Was Beautiful by Asia Monique. Yes, 1,000 times yes. I enjoyed that book. I want to read the next one. Yes. The next one is Memphis by Alexandria House, one of my favorite authors as well. Miss House does her thing. This is part of a series. These are shorter books. These are shorter reads. 1,000 times yes. Enjoyed Memphis. It was good. It was interesting. It was just enough, and can't wait till she brings out because these are sisters. The first one was Lilith. The second one is Memphis, and then there is another sister. I think it's Amber. I think. But anyways, can't wait to see what she does with her. The next one was the Rom-Comers by Catherine Center. I did not think I was going to like this book, y'all, because of the title. I was like, this is such a weird title. I really enjoyed this book. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I think yes, 1,000 times yes. The next one was Rhythm and Blues by Kimberly Brown. This one had been on my list to read. I finally picked it up. I enjoyed it. I say, and I like Kimberly Brown as a writer as well, but I said this is, it's borderline maybe yes. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in kind of in the middle. Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I'm enjoying Catherine Center. I don't know, it's just me or it's just the timing. I'm just enjoying her books. Hello Stranger was very good to me. I enjoyed that a heck of a lot, 1,000 times yes. I don't know what else to say except I'm enjoying her writing. The next one was Mahogany by Nako. This was on my Kindle. This was one of the books that I got from when you can download free books I think it's like in November from a lot of different indie authors. And this was one of the ones that I was able to get for free to try this author out. And I've slowly but surely wanted to go through picking those books up that I've downloaded, for the past 2 years. And so this was one of the ones that I picked, Mahogany, and it started out with a bang. Okay, it did. It grabbed me. She grabbed my attention. But somewhere along the line, not far down the line, she lost me. I would say about the third of the way through, I was like, what? This is not keeping me. This is losing me. But I wanted to continue and finish it. And it wasn't a short read either, but I did complete it. And I will say this is a maybe. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to say just a hard no, but it's a low maybe to no. Okay. But because, and this is a series, this is the first one in that series. I don't think I'm reading the second one in the series. I may attempt, I'm going to leave that out there. I may attempt to read the second one, but I want to give Nako a chance with another book, maybe something different, and see if I like something different from her better. But I was not a fan of this one much at all. It was a maybe to a no. Okay, almost to the last. And I'm gonna switch this. I'm gonna tell you, I read With Love from Harlem by Rashonda Tate. Enjoyed this. This was on NetGalley. This is historical fiction. I say 1,000 times, yes, yes, yes. Go read this book. You will enjoy it. It educates you on some things about the main character that she writes about, which is Hazel Scott. Had no idea about this particular artist, this jazz artist. So glad that I read this book. Made me want to find out more about this woman and how she intertwines in our lives in the past. So this was very interesting. It held my interest 1,000 times. Yes, go read it. If you have not picked it up, you need to. You're going to enjoy it. The last one was In the Gray by Miss B.B. Reed. This is my first read of Miss B.B. Reed. And I can say this is an eye-opener. I would say yes, definitely a yes, but be ready for the ride. It is interesting. It is got a lot going on, a lot more than ever I thought. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you engaged, and it is interesting. It is very interesting. So I'm gonna leave it at that and tell you that I'm going to read something else by Miss B.B. Reed at some point soon. All right, so that is all 22 books that I read in the month of February, the month of love. Now, if you followed me and actually listen to me talk about the books that I want to read in the month of February, the TBR, you will notice that some of these were not on the TBR. Many of these were not on my TBR. Some of them were, but some of them were not. And I read a bunch of books. And can you not believe that I did not pick all the ones that I had on my TBR? Understand the TBR is a guide. It's a guide. It's a starting point. It does not relatively mean that I'm going to read every last one of those books. And obviously I don't. So the ones that I miss, I always try to carry them over to the next month, which will be this month, March, that we're in already now. So we will see how much of those that I actually get to pick up and read from the March's TBR. And then if we don't, we will carry them over to the next one. So it's always fun here, right? So anyways, I'm a mood reader and my moods change. And so at different times, I want to read different things. If you know me and if you know yourself, you probably have the same kind of thoughts and feelings. But thank you so much for joining me on this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will most definitely see you guys on the next one. All right.